The grandparents were now in charge of the two children. Fortunately for the girls, they were excellent caregivers. With the help of their aunt, who still lived at the parents' home, the children attended school and church regularly. But life was not without pain. The aunt, though supportive, sometimes lashed out when the children misbehaved. She would accuse them of being abandoned, reminding them that their mother had left them behind. The older child recalled a terrifying incident. She had been burned twice on her back with a hot iron while sleeping. The aunt had been ironing on the bed. Whether it was accidental or intentional was never clarified. Meanwhile, stories began to surface. The woman who had left her daughters behind now had another child, a boy, with a different man. This meant 3 children, for 3 different men, all born out of wedlock. The grandparents, who could barely manage, were devastated. Still, they did their best. With God in the vessel, you can smile at the storm, they would say. When the eldest daughter turned 9, their mother returned, this time, with a man she claimed she was going to marry. Discussions of the wedding went on for months, and eventually, plans were made to hold the reception at the grandparents' home. The eldest daughter, only 9, watched the wedding preparations closely. She was even sent to collect the wedding cake from a distant neighbor. In her young heart, she felt joy and excitement. Maybe this would be the day her mother finally acknowledged her. The reception day arrived. The daughter dressed herself in one of the most beautiful dresses her aunt from the US had sent. She waited, and finally saw her mother coming down the hill in a flowing white dress. Excited, the daughter ran to greet her mother and held onto her gown. But she was immediately pushed away. The groom snapped, "Why did you do that?" The little girl retreated, wounded and heartbroken. Throughout the reception, the mother didn't speak to her daughters. The eldest daughter watched in silence from the corner of the room, even as her new in-laws enjoyed the food meant for the bride and groom. Life continued. At age 12, both girls went off to high school, the elder in their community, and the younger in the city. The younger girl reconnected with their mother since she had to stay with her while attending school. But for the eldest daughter, things grew worse. She had no lunch money, no books, and sometimes wore a torn school uniform. Occasionally, she swept the school canteen in the evenings in exchange for lunch money. Despite it all, both girls graduated from high school. But their home life became even more difficult. The grandparents aged, food was scarce, and still, there was no help from their mother. Even with no help from her mother, she still hoped that one day, things would change. But the pain was just beginning. In Part 2b, we continue this emotional journey, graduation, rejection, and one daughter's unshakable love for the mother who had long walked away. Subscribe to follow the rest of this powerful series.